Hey, what's up, everybody? AMP here. I wanted to go over a Git little mini tutorial here about using interactive whenever you're staging file changes. One of the reasons why you'd want to use interactive is, let's say that you're making a lot of changes to a file, and you've been adding some different pieces of functionality throughout the file, and it comes to the end of the day and you're really comfortable with some of those changes, but the other changes you don't want to commit just yet and completely ruin your project. It's a good opportunity to use Git Interactive to help you select which changes in the file you would like to add and leave some additional changes to that file unstaged for next time. So let's go ahead and check it out here. We'll do a Git status here to see which files we have changed. So as you can see, we have a couple different files, but let's take a look at just this CLE dashboard.module. So we'll do git diff and we'll see what changes we have there. So we can see that there are a bunch of different changes all over the place here. So we have some additions to, we added some libraries, but we also added some new functionality in this function. So as we can see, we added a little piece of functionality to this one if statement here, to this one variable. But down here we added a whole bunch of new stuff. So what I want is to selectively add this new assignment closed variable, but I don't want to add this whole new view that I pulled in here. So let's see if we can do that. So we'll quit out of that and we will say git add, and instead of just adding the file directly, we're going to add -p and then the name of the file. And whenever we do that, we enter into interactive mode. Now, interactive mode has a bunch of different options here. Here's a good YouTube video explaining what some of those different options are. So as you can see, we could stage a hunk of code. We can choose not to stage it. We can quit out of it altogether. We can mark a hunk as undecided and come back to it later. Or we can split the current hunk into smaller hunks so we can deal with those more easily. So let's flip back here. And the first option that it gives us is a little bit too much. So it gave us this entire piece of code to either add or not add. But really, these are different pieces of functionality altogether. So I think it would be more appropriate if we went ahead and did S to split that into smaller chunks. So it took it from that whole long piece of code to this really tiny snippet of code. So we can walk through here and we can say num. Let's see, yes, I do want to add that. Yes, I do want to add the preprocess function. I changed the name of it. No, yes, let's go ahead and add that. Do we want to add this? Let's go ahead and say yes. Do we want to add that? No. Okay, student submissions. Student submissions didn't have anything to do with that new variable that we created that was associated with closed, so we're going to say no to that. We're going to say no to that. But here we go. Now we're into the chunk that we really want to add as well. So not only did we want the libraries, but we also wanted this little bit of code. So we'll go ahead and say yes to that. And then this are just syntax changes. We'll say no. This is that really radical change, and we're going to say no to that as well. So as soon as we do that, we'll do a git diff. Or actually, let's do git diff stage. And you might not have this. I believe I put this in as a custom git command, which I forget what the exact code for that. It's like git diff, and then you do like the head, and then you do head 1 or something like that. I think that's the command. Something like that. But basically what it's doing is you want to, instead of git diff showing you what's not in the stage, git diff stage shows you the diff of what is actually in the stage. So it's pretty useful. So we can see everything that we added. So we can review that and see if it's indeed what we wanted. And I think it should be good to go. So we're going to say git commit. And then added Angular libraries. And we also added, what else did we add? We added the close date status. All right, there we go. So that is how you use interactive mode whenever you're adding files. See you guys.